Brothers are supposed to protect their sisters, and siblings are meant to look out for one another, to be a source of safety, support, and shared love. But sometimes even the strongest bonds cannot prevent tragedy. In Pittsburgh, a family once bound by shared memories and everyday routines is now facing a heartbreaking reality that no parent should ever have to endure. What was meant to be a home filled with care and connection became the site of a devastating loss, leaving a mother to grieve a daughter while also confronting the unimaginable situation of her son being accused of causing that loss. This is the story of Charlie LaRae Lee Martin, a young woman whose life was tragically cut short, and a family learning that even the closest relationships can sometimes be overshadowed by forces beyond anyone's control. Just before 2 o'clock in the afternoon on February 8th, police were called to the 700 block of Montclair Street in Pittsburgh's Greenfield neighborhood for what was initially reported as a welfare check connected to possible mental health concerns inside an apartment. When officers entered the home, they made a devastating discovery. 26-year-old Charlie LaRae Lee Martin had been shot 4 times, and investigators believe she had been dead for several days. The apartment was one she shared with her 27-year-old brother, Aaron Martin, who was still inside when police arrived. According to investigators, evidence at the scene pointed to Aaron as the person responsible, and after reportedly struggling with officers during the arrest, he was taken into custody and now faces homicide charges. But behind the police reports and court filings is a deeply painful family story centered on their mother, Erin Martin, who now faces an unimaginable reality. Planning a funeral for her daughter, while also watching her son sit in jail accused of causing that loss. Charlie, remembered by loved ones as kind, thoughtful, and deeply connected to her family, shared a particularly close bond with her younger sister, encouraging her love of music and even giving her the piccolo that helped spark a lifelong passion. Today, her younger sister plays bass and electric guitar and has started her own band, using music as a way to stay connected to the sister she lost. Charlie also shared her own music on a YouTube channel under the name Charlie LaRae, something her mother has since shared publicly so people can remember her daughter for her creativity and talent rather than the tragedy that ended her life. At the same time, the family had been navigating Aaron's serious mental health struggles for years. According to Aaron, he had a support system that included a service coordinator, therapist, and psychiatrist who conducted home visits, but he had raised concerns about the medication he was prescribed, saying the side effects were dark and difficult to live with. Aaron said he felt unheard and eventually stopped taking the medication, after which his behavior became increasingly unstable. Despite the support systems in place, the situation ultimately spiraled into tragedy. In the aftermath, Aaron shared a message that captured the heartbreak of her position. "They're both my children." Those words reflect the painful reality she now lives with, grieving the daughter she lost while trying to understand what happened to her son. As the community processes the tragedy, friends and supporters have rallied around the family, starting a fundraiser to help cover Charlie's funeral expenses and to support her younger sister as she continues healing and pursuing the music her sister once encouraged her to follow.
We've also learned disturbing new details about a homicide last night in Greenfield. The victim, Charlie Martin, was shot 4 times and had been dead for days before her body was found. Her brother, Aaron Martin, is now facing homicide charges. Police found her body Sunday in the apartment she shared with her brother on Montclair Street. According to the criminal complaint, someone called 911 for several days, concerned because Martin was struggling with his mental health and off his medication. Police say when they checked in on the siblings, Aaron Martin was still in the apartment and fought with officers before they found his sister's body.
Family and friends gathered in Pittsburgh to say their final goodbyes. Her memorial service was held at Odell Robinson Jr. Funeral Home on Perrysville Avenue, where loved ones came together to celebrate her life, share memories, and honor the young woman they cared for so deeply. For her mother, Erin Martin, the days ahead will not be easy. She has had to say goodbye to her daughter while also preparing to face court proceedings involving her son, a reality that has left her heart pulled in 2 different directions. She now holds on to memories of Charlie's voice, her laughter, and the music she shared with the world, while also hoping that Aaron receives the help he needs. It is a kind of heartbreak that many people struggle to comprehend. grieving the loss of one child while worrying about the future of another. Charlie was more than the victim of a tragic crime. She was a daughter who loved her family, a sister who encouraged and inspired those around her, and a young woman who expressed herself through music. Her voice still lives on in the songs she left behind, and her influence continues through her younger sister, who carries forward the love of music Charlie once helped spark. Today, Erin Martin carries a grief that moves in two directions at once, mourning the daughter she lost while trying to hold on to hope for the son she still loves. Stories like this leave people searching for words, because behind every headline is a family, behind every investigation is a mother, and behind every tragedy is a life that meant something to the people who knew and loved them. Charlie LaRae Lee Martin was 26 years old. She mattered, she was loved, and in Pittsburgh, her memory continues to live on through her music, her family, and the people determined to remember her for the life she lived, not just the tragedy that took her away.